Hi Earth signs, my name is Michelle Kelly. Welcome to This Is Your Sign. This is your June 2021 love and relationship message. And if you've already subscribed to my channel, thank you so much. If you haven't subscribed yet, please like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. You will be notified every time I do a video, which is every Saturday when you go into subscriptions. So welcome to all the earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. Let's get started on your love reading. Your first card is Observer, and it's upside down. The next one is the Fates. The next card is Orphaned, and it's upside down, and the last card is Soulmate. So what this is saying to me, and I'm going to dive deeper into this, is that your relationship that you are in or that you've gotten out of earth signs, you've been observing, but maybe you weren't trusting what was going on. This relationship was fated. This was in the stars for you. You needed this. Maybe you're feeling or have felt rejected and abandoned by this person, but it's really you abandoning yourself for this relationship, which is a soulmate. And a lot of times soulmates are here to teach us karmic lessons. It doesn't mean this is your forever person. This means this is your person until it's not your person. So this was written in the stars for you, though. You guys needed this as part of your healing, as part of bringing you back to your soul and back to yourself. So even though you needed it, and this is true, what it feels like is it feels awful. It sucks. And this is a person who is here to rip your Band-Aid off. And I'm sorry because you weren't ready for your Band-Aid to be ripped off. But I'm going to give you some better news to explain this process to you. So it's saying you might be suffering from analysis paralysis, thinking it has its place, trying to figure out everything logically. It is not going to work right now. Your conclusions will likely be faulty, and you may act upon false assumptions that will get you in a jam. Give your mind a rest. Do something creative, exercise, or meditate. I say all of the above. Create, exercise, and meditate. Soon you will come to your senses. An aha moment will bring you clarity. So this is telling me that you guys are in your head about this relationship instead of in your heart. And I'm really sorry because this soulmate of yours, like, I know you're in your head, and you guys, you have to live in your head until you feel safe enough to live in your heart. And when you're able to live in your heart, that is when your relationship is going to be more secure and feel safe, and you're going to be able to trust it. So you're not able to trust this relationship because you don't trust yourself. And getting somebody else to doubt themselves to make you feel comfortable is living out of your head and not your heart. So the next card is the Fates. And I'm going to tell you, this is part of your healing. You needed this to get you to your heart. So this is saying other people are who they are. You can't change them. The challenge is to accept them as they are and not try and make them otherwise suit you. This is the time to look at how you attempt to mold people to fit your view of how they should be, so you can remain in the relationship and avoid discomfort. What if who they are or whatever is happening between you and them in this situation is perfect from the perspective of spirit? Now is the time to accept what you cannot change, even if it means that you honor yourself, spirit, and the other person by moving on. Love unconditionally, for each of us is on our own journey, and we cannot direct that of another. Be aware that this relationship is indeed fated, and you are meant to evolve into a better version of yourself as a result of it. So this relationship that you're in or were in, you might still be in it right now, is here to bring you back to yourself. So this is saying, don't settle and don't try and change somebody else so you feel comfortable. If you're not comfortable in your own skin, you aren't going to be comfortable with anybody else. And trying to get somebody to be different, it makes them feel shitty and it makes you feel shitty too. And even if you can't acknowledge it right now, it'll come out in your body. You will get sick. You will have stomach issues, you will have headaches, you will have anxiety, you will have depression. If you have an autoimmune disease, you will have flare-ups. If you have neck problems or back problems, you'll have flare-ups. When things aren't right for you, a lot of times when you're not able to acknowledge it, it will come out in your body first. So this is just like, pay attention to the signs. If you have horrible anxiety attacks and you're with somebody and you keep getting anxiety attacks, usually it's because your soul knows this isn't right for you, and so does your body, but maybe you're not able to acknowledge it yet. So that is what is going to happen for you. It's going to come out in your body first before you're able to pay attention to it. And a lot of times it has to get extremely loud in order for you to honor yourself. And you're so afraid of being abandoned that you actually abandon other people first. So this is saying, please don't abandon yourself. Please don't not be there for yourself. When you abandon yourself, again, you are harming and hurting yourself. So this is saying, the shadow side of this card speaks to the essence of abandonment. Perhaps you feel a need to remain apart because intimacy is too threatening. It also warns against creating inappropriate family structures in order to conceal old wounds. It's time to address the unhealthy alliances you formed to make a decision to heal the past. You cannot be abandoned by the world if you claim yourself as a whole. Not all relationships are dysfunctional, and not all of them will disappoint you. Don't abandon yourself. You can connect to others in a healthy way once you recognize your patterns and consciously choose to interrupt them. Life wants to love you, let it. So you guys, this is all about like healing your childhood wounds. And honestly, if you don't want to do this, and nobody does, it is hard as shit, it's deep shit, it's a lot of work, but avoiding what has happened to you eventually catches up to you, because you're not going to be able to have a successful relationship with yourself or anybody else. And eventually, if you do not deal with this stuff and heal with it, you're going to have unhealthy relationships with your children. You're going to have unhealthy relationships, not just with your partner. You're going to have unhealthy relationships at work. And eventually, you will become unemployable as a result of all of this, of not dealing with your life. So this is like, please go back and address what has happened to you. I promise you, I have done this work. It is hard as shit, but I have to tell you, what is on the other side is God and yourself and a mirror to find out how beautiful you are, not what is wrong with you. The reflection is a million times better than you ever knew it could be. And you guys are being called to do this work. And it's going to bring you your soulmate. And part of your soulmate is you. Your soulmate is you. And once you recognize and realize this, that's when the love comes in. And it's not just with a romantic partner. It is with every person you come in contact with, because you are going to be able to operate out of love instead of fear. And this person that you were with, or you are with, if you're still with them, is helping you get back to yourself. And you might be pissed as shit at this person, but this person is your gift. And one day you're going to look back and think, thank you for this not working out, because it brought me back to love, which is you. You guys are pure love. You come from God. You come from the divine. I'm here to tell you that you are from love, and God wants the very best for you. Spirit, your angels, your guards, they want the Ritz-Carlton for you. They want Lululemon for you. They want you to have the best. And maybe you think everybody else deserves that, but not you. And that is bull to the shit. It's not true. So let's see what this says. Consider love in the deepest sense. Love so powerful that you will never be the same, regardless of how long your relationship lasts. Consider friendships and romantic bonds so compelling that they overwhelm you with gratitude or break you open so that you will finally claim who you were meant to be. Not who you were meant to be, who you are meant to be. And who you are, and I'll tell you right now who you are. You are a child of God. And God loves you. And if you have a hard time with God, you can, and it's okay. God doesn't have a hard time with you, by the way. So it's saying, or break you open so you will finally claim where you are meant to be, I'm going to say. Even a companion animal reminds you it is you who is being rescued and healed. Pay attention, for you are in the presence of a soulmate come to guide you home to the real you. So this person was here to guide you back to yourself. So right now you might be like, fuck you, and that's okay. You can be like, fuck you to this person, but one day you're going to be able to say thank you to this person because they were here to help you. They helped save your life. And I know you can't see it, and when it's happening, holy shit, it hurts like hell. And I'm not going to tell you that it doesn't hurt and that it doesn't suck. It is painful. It is so painful. And but a lot of times that's when you become willing to change, is when you're in pain. So, all right, guys. Seduction, attraction, flirting, dating, hooking up, temptation, third-party interference. So this is saying there was a third party involved in your relationship, and I'm going to tell you about third parties. Third parties always aren't another person. They can be, and I'm not saying that it's not another person, but it also can be an addiction. So it could be drugs, it could be alcohol, it could be gambling, it could be porn, it could be codependency, it could be their previous relationship that they were in that they're not over. So there is a third party interference in this relationship. So this person was not available, or maybe you weren't as available as you thought. A lot of times when you attract unavailable people, it's because you're not available. And if you are available, you have to close yourself down to be unavailable too. And that is not healthy. And it's saying not enough. Frustration in the relationship, lack of confidence, self-sabotage, fear, ego issues, jealousy. So you guys, you went into this relationship feeling like you're not enough. And if you feel like you're not enough, you are going to find somebody who supports that. You're going to find somebody who feeds that. This is not true that you're not enough, but you feel not enough. And as long as you feel not enough, there is not anything a person can do to fill that for you. You need to fill that on your own. And the only way to fill that is through the divine. Another person can't fill that for you. Clothes can't fill that for you. Cars, houses, money. Another person Only God can fill that for you. So it says separation, sadness, missing you, thinking about you, yearning, unsure of the future. So this is saying that if you are not in separation of this person right now, maybe you were, maybe this relationship ended a while ago, or maybe it hasn't ended yet, but eventually you're going to be in separation. There is going to be a deep sadness. You are going to miss each other. You are going to think about each other, and maybe they're thinking about you too. There's a yearning and unsure of the future. So you guys, a lot of times the fear of being alone is worse than being alone. When you're with somebody and you're alone, it sucks. So this is about showing up for yourself. Please show up for yourself. And the only way you can show up for yourself is to go and seek outside help. We're talking, go talk to a spiritual advisor, a pastor. You might need a 12-step program. Every single person needs a 12-step program. You might need CODA, which is Codependence Anonymous, Gamblers Anonymous, Alcoholics Anonymous, Narcotics Anonymous. There's Sex and Love Anonymous. If you are constantly in relationships, there is ACA, which is Adult Children of Alcoholics and Dysfunctional Families. There is Al-Anon. You guys, you need to go get help. You cannot do everything by yourself on your own, and you're not meant to. And a counselor, I suggest that you do multiple things and not put all of your eggs in one basket, but you are here to heal, and maybe this relationship brought you to your knees, and I'm really sorry, because it's not the other person's fault. It's your time to heal, and that's what the divine brought you guys together to help you bring you back to yourselves. And whether you can each work on yourselves and come back together, that's in God's hands. And there's no, only God knows that answer. But it says release your ex. The time has come for you to clear your energy. So it says true love. This is the romance of a lifetime. Heart-to-heart conversations, discuss feelings with each other. So this is saying you need to release your ex, and maybe your last relationship was in your relationship of this relationship, and maybe that's why you weren't able to give it your all, because you didn't release your ex and you brought it in. But it's saying this person is your true love. This is a romance of a lifetime. If you're able to heal together, this is a romance of a lifetime. And it says heart-to-heart conversations, honestly discuss feelings with each other. So this is saying maybe you guys weren't able to discuss your feelings with each other, but this is time that you need to have a heart-to-heart. Whether this works out or doesn't work out, it sounds like you guys really need to come together and talk, but you both need to be willing, and you both need to be ready to do it. So I hope for all the earth signs out there for love and romance that you guys are able to heal and to get some support as a result of this relationship. So this is your sign. Signing off for the month of June, sending you all the love and light that I can. If you haven't subscribed to my channel and are still watching, thank you so much, and please subscribe.